All right, the next shoe is an Air Force One. Interestingly enough, the Air Force One kind of never goes out of fashion, but it drops down and then it comes back up. The NBA sport version of the Air Force One with the jersey, you know, trim on it is dope. This is a utility. So we get the we got the same classic Nike Air Force One box, but the label, I'm going to move up as close as I can before it goes out of focus, because I want you to see what that label looks like, just in case you get one and you're like, yo, my label doesn't look correct. Well, the label has definitely changed. Let me get you a little bit of light here and see if we can stay in better focus. There goes the label. So I wanted you to see that label because it is much different than the labels that have previously been on Air Force Ones. It's got a unisex sizing, and it has a whole, the information is just stacked differently because of the unisex sizing. So it's the Air Force One 07 LV8 utility. The color is black, white, black, tour yellow. This is a men's size 8, which is a women's size 9.5. Style code is AJ7747-001. SRP is only $100. And that's good because they added a lot of small details on the utility for the Air Force One. And I like this upgrade to the Air Force One. It's nice. The UPC for the size 8 is 191-887-707-165. And there's a 16 at the end. So let's open it up. And we know with the Air Force One, we get the stars on the paper. And we do have our stamp. It's very light, but at least we can see it this time. And it reads 06-25-01-8-01. So this looks like, let's see, 06-25-18. Let's see if I'm correct. Let's get the shoe out. And Off-White has really influenced a lot of the design from Nike's team. They owe Virgil a lot because everything they're doing now has an element of what the Off-White kind of deconstructs and places tags in different places. They're really playing off of that Off-White flavor, and it's coming out really good in some instances. In some ways, it's actually better than the Off-White itself. Production date, real quick. Production date 05-02-18 to 06-09-18, and I got 06-25-18. But it's out of order, so you're going to have to figure that out. I want to get into the 360 because I want to do a close-up on it, because the leather on these Air Force Ones is tumbled. It almost looks like a basketball in a way, but it's tumbled leather. And let's do our 360 because we got some misplaced swooshes all over the shoe. And we have labels and tags in places that they typically aren't, and, you know, really thin tabs, man. But it's an interesting look. Let's move it up close since we can get close. There goes your toe. And you'll see a toe box jewel swoosh, which is not a jewel. It's actually embroidered right there on the side. Now I'm going to move this to the top because I want you to see the tongue. Now, I need to move this down because it says Nike Sportswear, but the material for the tongue is nylon. And the tongue label itself, it's really thin. It's not a thick label that's wide like the Air Force One traditionally is, right? So, you see anything going on with my fingers, man, it's because I've been building the table all day. So, just bear with me. All right, so there goes the top of the shoe. As your Nike Air. I'm going to turn this to the side because this is where a lot of the things are different. You have that embroidered swoosh here, and you have the swoosh. But if I move this up close, what's usually on the back of the tongue is now been moved to the lateral side of the shoe, right? And then here at the heel, you have this jewel kind of registered trademark logo, and then you have the Air down there. I'm going to make sure I stay in focus because it's the same on the right, except the swoosh on the right has a trademark in gold, and then it has the same label that's typically on the back of the tongue. Now, there's no jeweled registered trademark swoosh on the right shoe. So if I show you the left, you have a swoosh at the heel, right? And the inside medial of the right, you just have the swoosh at the heel. So there's a lot of interesting things that are happening with this Air Force One. On the inside, like I said, was typically on the back of the tongue, is there on the side. But that is the utility, and I didn't really get to that heel counter, so hold up. Heel counter is completely different than a traditional Air Force One. And up the heel counter, it just has the Nike Sportwear going up the heel with a yellow swoosh. And that's it, man. Intriguing shoe. And it has a nubuck at the heel. The rest of it is just leather, straight up. $100 for this. Not bad, but it definitely rings of the off-white. You can't tell me it doesn't look or feel like an off-white, because it definitely does. I'll see you guys on the next one. That's it. Get back to making this table. Try to get as much of this stuff out of here as possible. Peace.